Welcome back to a Noah Prosper Ministries video. Today's topic, why Christians should avoid secular music. Topic 1, the enemy's strategy. In John 10:10, we know that the Bible says, the devil has come to steal, kill, and to destroy. Music is something almost everyone listens to daily. Driving, working out, cleaning, etc. Different music carries different spirits. Spirits of sadness, spirits of anger, spirits of depression, spirits of violence, spirits of mischief, and especially spirits of lust. We would be foolish to believe that music has no effect on us in our lives, our personality, or even just how we feel on a day-to-day basis. Topic 2, the spiritual principle. If we go to Matthew 6:22 through 23, Jesus says, your eye is like a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. But when your eye is unhealthy, your whole body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. Okay, so let's break it down. The eye is the lamp of the body. What you take in fills you, whether that be light or darkness. I often like to use this analogy whenever I teach about this topic, okay? So God made us physical, but also spiritual, okay? Now watch this. If you were to shine a bright light into your eyes, obviously you would be hurting your eyes, right? If you were to listen to some very, very loud music or anything loud in general, it's going to hurt your ears. Same thing if you were to drink poison or to take something that you're not meant to eat and you consume it, something bad is going to come out of that physically, right? Now those are all physical things, right? But here's the spiritual parallel to that, okay? So whatever you listen to, see, put in spiritually, it also can have a good effect on you or a negative effect on you. Let me go further in depth. If you were to view pornography or a horror film or witchcraft or anything that is just ungodly, you're watching it physically, but it's coming through you spiritually. Okay, we have open doors. Our eyes, ears, mouth, private areas, they're open doors. Now let's also go through with like the mouth. If you consume too much alcohol, the Bible says we have the power of life and death on our tongue. And if we speak death, that's also bringing evil spirits and negativity in through us because we're speaking negativity out. Same thing with music and what we're listening to. Now let's apply this to the music that I'm talking about in today's video. Lyrics about violence, sex, drugs, self-harm, adultery, etc. enter you spiritually. What you consistently put in shapes your overall spiritual state. More godly input equals more light. More darkness equals more darkness. Now, I wanted to share a little bit about my personal testimony, okay? Before I got saved, and for the people who know my testimony, you know I was very, very dark. But let me just bring you back. So for the people who may not know, or even just need a refresher, before I got saved, I listened so much to music and it was so dark. And I'll just list a few of my favorite artists that I'm sure you all know. XXX Tentacion, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, DaBaby, YNW Melly, Quando Rondo, NLE Choppa, etc. I could keep going, but those are probably like my top favorite artists that I listened to, which all consisted of drugs, gang violence, robberies, shooting people, heartbreak, pain, sleeping with women, all things that are opposite of godliness, right? It became part of my identity. It was something that was attached to me. And not to mention, I also did listen to literal demonic rituals, demonic chants, demonic summoning music to invite demons into my house, into my room, to do rituals with and to practice witchcraft with. And I only realized this after being saved. Anytime I listened or heard any joyful music, back then when I was so dark, that type of music, happy music, disgusted me. It literally made me feel sick to my stomach. It was repulsive. The music that I listened to, the dark music, it mirrored and reinforced the pain that I was already carrying and the darkness that I was openly letting into me through my spiritual doors. The devil's goal through music. The devil's goal is to keep people in sin. He's trying to keep us depressed. He wants us to stay angry. He wants us to stay suicidal. He wants us to continue to view women as objects rather than people. He wants to normalize gang life. He wants to normalize doing drugs and alcohol, committing adultery, living a party YOLO type lifestyle. And he presents it all as entertainment, but really it functions as spiritual bondage. And this is something I also really like to throw in here, and it's the common sense plus spiritual reality. Okay, obvious point. Sad music makes you feel sad, right? Happy music should make you feel happy, right? It's simple. It's common sense. But it goes deeper because it's spiritual. Almost all artists have publicly claimed occult influence, demonic rituals, or selling their souls to the devil. But yet, believers still consume it without any concern. I'll name one just for example. XXXTentacion, who used to be my absolute favorite artist of all time. I would literally listen to his music all day, nonstop. I started to dress like him, do my hair like him. When I was involved in Satanism and witchcraft, he was my favorite artist. However, as many people may know, his music was very dark. It was depressing and sexually explicit, and oftentimes talked about suicide. But it related to me very, very much. I'm not going to go in full depth about his actual occult practices, but if you were to do any research, you would quickly learn that he was involved in satanic practices and occult practices. The main point is there should be no need for an explanation as to why you shouldn't listen to someone who practices Satanism or occult practices versus a Christian artist and expect there to be no spiritual consequences. Now, obviously, what happened? Where was the switch? Where did I stop listening to secular music and start listening to Christian music, godly music, right? And it took some time, okay? It took some time for me to actually find music that I liked, to actually want to listen to it, because like I said, I was filled with so much darkness, and all I consumed was darkness. The light overpowered the darkness to the point to where that's all I would listen to. All I would listen to is Christian music. Literally, it disturbs my spirit because I'm always trying to fill myself with the light, right? I'm trying to listen to Christian music. I'm trying to watch podcasts about God, read my Bible daily, stay in prayer. I'm always trying to bring the light in, right? The second the darkness tries to touch and enter into me, I can instantly feel the darkness try to creep into me, and it disturbs my spirit, and I have to, no, turn it off. What once used to be my favorite artists, what once used to be my favorite songs, I can't even listen to now. It purely disgusts me. So what does this mean for you right now? I would highly recommend that you look up Christian genres that best suit what you want to listen to. For example, for me, it was Christian rap. All I used to listen to was rap, right? And I have almost 1,000 songs in my playlist that are so amazing by Christian artists. But also, for example, let's say you don't like rap, you like rock. Look up Christian rock. Maybe you don't like rock. You like R&B, look up Christian R&B. And the truth is, we need to get away from the darkness. We need to go towards the light that's already out there. Like I said, there's so many amazing Christian artists already out there with music that's going to uplift you and bring you closer to God versus bring you more darkness and keep you in spiritual bondage. The biggest thing I want to address is this. We need to stop compromising with God. We need to either be in or out. Otherwise, we're considered lukewarm. I want to share with you a few Bible verses that I feel will really help you with this. Proverbs 4:14. Don't do as the wicked do, and don't follow the path of evildoers. Romans 12:21. Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Stay away from every kind of evil. Run from anything that stimulates youthful lust. Instead, pursue righteous living, faithfulness, love, and peace. Enjoy the companionship of those who call on the Lord with pure hearts. 3 John 1:11. Dear friend, don't let this bad example influence you. Follow only what is good. Remember that those who do good prove that they are God's children, and those who do evil prove that they do not know God. After watching this, if you feel convicted, I highly encourage you to check the description below. I have a link to all the playlists that I have made that are public that you can look through to try and find some starting Christian music that may spark an interest that you may love and start to listen to, and find artists that you love. I also want everyone to know that I'm not here to just judge people. I'm here to let people know the light, to teach people, and to expose the darkness that is just hovering over so many people, including and especially Christians. My message is today: stop listening to secular music, turn away from it, and start listening to Christian music all the time. Hey, I just want to say thank you all for watching. If you liked today's video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Share with all your friends and family. Thank you all for watching. God bless.